Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? The Saints had rookie minicamp, and we have talked about some of the veteran free agents that they brought in and signed. Donovan Peoples-Jones, Terrell Burgess. Well, they also had some undrafted rookie free agents there on a tryout basis as well. And one of them was a quarterback who ended up getting a deal. The Saints signed him. And it's such an interesting story because the quarterback is one that you may not remember, you may not know the name right offhand, but when I tell you the story, you'll remember. So his name is Hunter Dekkers. And Hunter Dekkers was a four-star quarterback coming out of high school. Now, he's the number 24 quarterback in the country, but he was a four-star, and he signed with Iowa State. And he's actually the guy that in 2022 replaced Brock Purdy as the starting quarterback at Iowa State. And in that season, he threw for 3,000 yards and 19 touchdowns. But the problem was that it was later discovered that while he was backing up Brock Purdy, he bet on an Iowa State football game. He bet $15 on Iowa State to win a game against Oklahoma State in 2021. And my goodness, did that $15 cost him a ton. In August of 2024, when this all came to light, Matt Campbell, coach, had this to say about how Dekkers was handling the gambling scandal.
Well, I think the thing we know is Hunter comes from really good parents and obviously a great town and a great family. And, you know, I think anytime you go through really hard things, you need really good people. And so I think he's got really good people around him for sure.
So I think we'd all agree, Matt Campbell, pretty good, reputable guy, right? And he's saying, as this was happening, like, Hunter Dekkers isn't a guy who had a gambling problem. He wagered $15 on his team to win a college football game. Like, that's like those stories that you hear. Wasn't it Rick Neuheisel who got fired years ago for participating in like a college basketball bracket pool? It's like, it's that kind of thing where you go, yes, by the letter of the law, he broke a rule, but my goodness, is the punishment really going to fit the crime? And ultimately, Hunter Dekkers was out of football in 2023. So this past year in 2024, he goes to Iowa Western at the JUCO level because he lost his eligibility from the NCAA. So he went, remember, as we've learned now with the Diego Pavia rule, JUCO and NCAA are not governed by the same people, for those that didn't know that. There's the NJCAA and the NCAA. So he goes and plays at Iowa Western. Has a hell of a year, man. He throws for 3,800 yards, 32 touchdowns, 10 picks, and then enters the NFL draft. If you're wondering about Dekkers, the football player, Matt Campbell in 2022, again, this is when Dekkers was taking over for Brock Purdy as the starter at Iowa State. This is what this is what Matt Campbell said then.
Man, there are a lot of wow plays and wow moments that Hunter has been able to create for our offense. You know, I think I said this last week going into the Oklahoma game is, man, I think Hunter has mastered some of the hardest things that it takes to play quarterback. You know, you look at the success of our offense on third down, and you look at our conversion rate and time of possession and some of the fourth down throws and really some of the plays that he has made to give us chances to really be in the game and win the games. So, you know, I think there's obviously great growth in front of him, but I am really proud of him. I love how he's attacked it. I love how he comes to practice every day. I love how he owns, you know, maybe some of the areas that there have been shortcomings and his willingness to grow and get better.
I mean, all the things you hear about Hunter Dekkers, it's like it checks boxes where you go, that's a guy who should get a shot. He's 6'3", 225. Go pull up his highlight film on YouTube. He can sling it. And he was a four-star who was playing at a Power 4 school, replacing Brock Purdy, throwing for 3,000 yards. And then they find out he bet $15 on a game. As I guess in 2021, he was a freshman, maybe a sophomore at that point. But it cost him. And he goes undrafted, as you'd expect. And the Saints give him a workout, and they sign him. You know what else was interesting, man? I was looking up at NFL.com, and this is Chad Reuter, who's an NFL.com draft analyst, and he listed the UDFAs, the quarterback UDFAs after this draft. So the guys that went undrafted. Like, look at this list. Brady Cook from Missouri. Remember Connor Bazelak? He went undrafted. Peyton Thorne, Hudson Card. Names you would know here. There's Hunter Dekkers. Hank Bachmeier, who went from Boise State to Wake Forest. Alan Bowman. Won a ton of games at Oklahoma State. DJU. I mean, who at one point was a 5-star. KJ Jefferson, Arkansas quarterback who played this last year at UCF, went undrafted as well. It underscores, number one, like how hard it is, not only to get to make it, but to get drafted highly. I don't want this conversation here to come across as like I'm pumping Hunter Dekkers, telling you like this is the guy, like this is the future. What I am telling you is it is safe to assume. I think you'd agree with me, because I don't think what I'm about to say is like some type of like dramatic statement here. I think it is safe to assume that if Hunter Dekkers had not bet $15 on Iowa State to beat Oklahoma State in 2021 and lost his eligibility, he becomes a multi-year starter at a Power 4 school and probably gets drafted. And if not drafted, he has an immediate opportunity as a UDFA. Instead, he had to take a very long path just to get an opportunity in the NFL. The Saints gave him that opportunity with a minicamp workout, a rookie minicamp tryout. He made the team. So he's on the 90-man roster. And I understand, look, you lost Derek Carr. So, and I'm not saying he's a replacement for Derek Carr. What I'm saying is he's a body. And as you go through OTAs and camp, provided he sticks around that long, you're going to need a camp arm. We hear it all the time. Like, you can't have two guys throwing every pass. You have to have camp arms, guys that can help you function a practice. So that may be what he is. Maybe he's just a camp arm. Or maybe he's a better option than Jake Haener. Maybe. Like, maybe it's a reality where Jake Haener gets cut and Hunter Dekkers becomes your practice squad quarterback. I don't know. But there's enough intrigue there to say the experience, the production, the physical ability, all the things Dan Campbell said about his good family, his background, all that stuff, the wow plays, there's enough there to make you go, let me see more. So file that one away, and let's all just agree that we'll say, let me see more with Hunter Dekkers as he goes through this offseason, whatever it may bring in New Orleans, and what we all understand is a very tumultuous quarterback offseason for the New Orleans Saints. Maybe the most tumultuous since 2005. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.